Abariaco, familia Angu. This is Eli. Actually, it's Eli-Ben-Eli. I'm going to change it to reflect the actual language. But I saw this Marwa video in which he's lecturing Nasto and Maje Eke, whatever his name is. And he tells them something that makes me laugh. He told them, we don't do that. We don't give people something and take it back. No, we don't do that. Who has made it a life practice of very generously going around encouraging people to subscribe to someone, and then the minute that that person refuses to act like Marwa's little puppet, immediately he turns around and please go back and defriend that person, or go back and unsubscribe. That's taking something back that you gave. The hypocrisy of lecturing somebody else about doing something that he's notorious for doing. And then there's all of this talk about how we do not ask people for money. If you open up your channel and you ask people for money, that's no good. Then he immediately proceeds to ask for money. You know, I don't personally believe that there's anything wrong with asking for money if you have no choice and if you do not have a means of providing for yourself. But if you're capable of providing for yourself, you should get out there and provide for yourself. A lot of people in Kenya are Christians, and the Bible teaches that a man should provide his livelihood by the sweat of his brow, not by sitting around begging people. But anyway, I keep looking at the oncoming rumble in the jungle, the thriller in Manila. So, something tells me that something completely remarkable is going to happen, and it's going to be so sad and funny at the same time. Everybody's acting like oh no, malaria is a fantasy, it's not going to happen. What would happen if Marwa got malaria? Because he was talking about how he's not eating, blah, 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 blah. And if you read in between the lines, maybe, just maybe, there's a possibility that he could come up sick. What if there is a widespread epidemic of malaria and cholera in that part of Africa? It is, there's an expression that they have here in America. It's called, which by the way is practiced also in Kenya. It's called glam camping. When the tourists go to the Masai Mara, they stay in very expensive camps and everything is provided for them. That's glam camping. Glam camping is not coming with an air mattress in a tent and laying in the mud, with rain beating on your tent, which leaks water, and mosquitoes biting your behind every time that they get a test. It is insane. There was a scene in which he hollers at a passing tuk-tuk driver who has a bunch of bananas, and he goes over and buys a load of bananas. If 2,000 people show up at that dump, which I seriously doubt will happen, but let's say for the sake of argument that a couple of hundred people show up, a couple of mangy, underfed goats and a lot of green bananas are not going to feed them. A couple of bags of ugali are not going to feed them. And again, the question is, where will all these people piss? Where will they pass solids? Now, Mara would probably say, well, you can do it free-ranging. It's very organic and very natural. I don't think that if you're sleeping in a cheap tent and sleeping on an air mattress, that you want to get out in the middle of the night and go under one of Mara's trees or behind his bushes and, what is it that the Kenyans like to call it? Help yourself. You know, on so many different levels, this party is beginning to become more and more of a oncoming debacle. I am just sitting back and laughing at the whole thing. And by the way, after telling people not to use their channels to beg, Mawa turned around and begged, please buy cement, $20. And he was lecturing another Nasto about why he should build a big house. Here's the argument for not building a big house, instead building a small house or a house that you can afford. You don't have to disgrace yourself by running around begging, 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 begging. That's disgraceful. But anyway, my dear friends, please like and subscribe to my channel. This evening is the beginning of Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement for Jews, and I'm very, very happy about that. And I look forward to participating in it, even though I'll have to do it through a Zoom service. In the meantime, I hope each and every one of you is doing well. May God bless you. Bye bye.